Man, I've been sitting in this chair for probably like, I would say a good hour, just thinking to myself, reflecting, and just all in all, uh, wondering how I'm gonna really honestly start this video. But I think it's a little bit better than what I actually planned on when I'm starting this video. So, so not that long ago, um, it's gonna sound crazy, but I had a dream. And so some of you know that like at towards the end of last year in August, I was going through some pretty tough times, especially at the end of the year. Losing my grandmother and stuff really hurt for a very long time, and I just like bottled it all up inside and uh never let it see the light of day, except for one day after I had this dream. And in this dream, so my grandmother came to me in this dream, and I remember this dream because it wasn't like any other dream that I had before. And usually, like if I dream, I have like some vivid dreams and stuff like that. I remember it all, yada 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 stuff. In this dream, I don't remember the start of it, but I just remember the middle and the end. And I just remember when my grandmother came to talk to me. And in this dream, she told me one thing, and that was that I had to let it go. And in my dream, I still remember me in my dream. I was just like, what are what are you talking about? Like, I don't know what you're talking about. Like, I'm confused on everything. Like the usual. I miss you. All this stuff. But in this dream, all she did was sit down by me and just take my hand and just tell me that I need to let all this shit go. And I woke up, and this is probably about, I don't know, maybe beginning of the year, and I'm just, kind of been for the past couple days after that, I was just, daunting on what's she talking about? Like, what do I need to let go? And for the longest, I thought it was it was that I needed to let, you know, all my hurt from her passing. I need to let that go. And that wasn't the case because I knew I let that go. I knew I was very happy at the end of the funeral. Um, it was beautiful. I know where she's at, and I had no, like, honestly, I mean, I don't even know the words to really give for it, but I just I had no real like bad vibe about anything at all. So I knew that wasn't the case. And then I started to think to myself, I was like, well, what am I holding on to? Like it can't be like things in real life because I've learned to deal with so much stuff and just let things go and forgive people and moved on. So like what am I not letting go? And then it hit me because I was right after a stream, I was like, man, I feel like that stream could have been a lot better if people hit the like button. And then that's like right then, that's when I realized that, oh, like this is YouTube related that I need to let go. And I started to go back and I started to watch all my sit down videos where I just talked. And dude, I even watched the Nano video back. uh, and I just I just thought to myself, man, at that point in time after I did all those videos, I was like, man, I was in the right for this. Yeah, yeah, I'm doing great. But after going back and watching those videos, man, it just felt like I blamed everyone else for my own troubles. I blamed everyone else for literally pretty much everything negative that was happening on my channel. And that's just not the case. Like I can't blame everyone for my own fault on a lot of things. Because a year ago I started working full time. Well, over a year ago, I started working full time. Started doing YouTube as well too. And that took mental, physical battles on me to the point where I was probably sleeping like 2 to 3 hours a day and still streaming for the channel and then going right to work. And also the days that I made videos, I really truly didn't sleep that long. And I'm talking about battling with injuries at work, and then also mentally and just trying to keep up as well too with Dokkan battle. And it wasn't working. It's still not working. And some of you guys know so far that I started putting up more videos on the channel, just to sort of see a lot of things. And I started to realize that I was fighting an uphill video. Or videos were just uphill, streams uphill. Um, I'm literally just looking at my channel currently right now, and I'm just seeing like the views from like live streams, the views from videos, the views from the community tab, which is kind of crazy because the community tab's always been popping for me for some reason. Like polls and stuff like that always work like crazy. I mean, it's to the point that I was like, this works, you know, but everything else doesn't work. Uh, and it's not obviously me all the time. Like, yes, I need to do a lot of things. Maybe I need to have a better camera. Um, I'm putting out new content for doing stuff that makes me happier. And I highly recommend if you're someone that likes pack openings and stuff like that, I highly recommend you check out, the pack opening stream that I had and also the video talking about the pack openings and stuff like that, and just going over the set before I started opening. Highly recommend that. But here's the thing. I am looking at the community tab, and this is how I knew that something was like really, really wrong on the channel. Was I put up a poll saying like 3 days ago saying that, hey, like this pack opening that I'm going to be doing. It's going to be my first one in 2023. What TCG do you think it is? And I put this up 30 minutes before I put the video up, just so I could prove that I was still getting some kind of viewership through this, and people were watching the videos, but it was just probably getting capped and stuff like that. When it kind of scared me even more because I put that up and 760 votes are on it. But and again, it's not even Dokkan Battle related. So 760 votes on something that's definitely not even Dokkan Battle related like that. It's kind of crazy for me, especially for my channel with what size it is. It ended up being WWE TCG, and only 8% of the people had said that, and there's 77% that was Dragon Ball Z. Now this is 3 days of this poll being here, and the video came out 30 minutes after the poll. I would initially think, like I said before, that it was going to be like people were going to go back and switch, and it was going to be like 100% uh, WWE. That did not happen. And then I started to realize that that video was kind of dead on arrival. And then I started to realize that another video was dead on arrival. And then I put up a string, and in this string, it was me opening up one, not multiple booster boxes, not anything along the lines of that one, but the video almost has, well, stream now almost, that's a video, almost has almost 300 views on it. Now that's 300 views of 20 people, by the way, that came on stream, that was a part of this channel, came on stream to watch that. And I, like I said, I'm gonna spoil for you. If you're someone that doesn't like pack openings, I'm sorry, but I am going to be doing more pack openings on this channel. Um, recent, like here soon, and even in the future. Like I'm going to be doing that because I'm not going to lie, it's something that I enjoyed a lot more than Dokkan Battle. It's something that honestly I'm way more passionate about than Dokkan Battle. Like Dokkan Battle is cool and all, but Dokkan Battle is just Dokkan Battle at the end of the day. It's just a virtual game. It's not a real game. It's not something that I can invest in and then maybe sell these or something like that at some point in time and make a profit back and keep doing it. Like with Dokkan Battle, I'm in a losing sort of uh, battle here. Like even when I go back and look at my video when I even said that I'm on limited time for Dokkan Battle, that video uh, even got capped then. Like that video is at like 2,400 views with over 300 plus likes and over 150 comments, and that video got capped at 2,400. So it was like all this time, this whole time I've been recently sort of like looking back into algorithms and sort of seeing a lot of things and why things were so like messed up and stuff. And the only thing I could really truly come up with is, yeah, maybe I was possibly shadow banned and I didn't know it. Like that could be a thing. Understandable. That happens to a lot of people's channels. I'm not super worried about that because that one video that I put up, well, that one stream proved that I can still get somewhat on views of something completely new and not have like the full force of the support of the channel in on it. So that let me know that for one point, yes, I am buried in the algorithms on Dokkan Battle. That's why my stuff really doesn't get featured on the front pages and stuff like that when you search for Dokkan Battle, even though I've been in the game for so long. I've been, uh, I've literally been out of the algorithms for being hacked. I've that one hurt for a very long time, man. I'm not gonna lie. I can say I'm man enough to say that I cried a lot. Uh, whenever that happened, whenever I was actually uh, hacked, I was a shell of myself. Couldn't couldn't really do honestly anything. Didn't want to do anything. Was very depressed. And you know, it's not something that I like to talk about just because it was years ago, and you know, I obviously got my channel back and stuff like that. Uh, but you know, from that point of being taken out of the algorithms and then trying to fight to get back in the algorithms just was a losing battle. Like it's been a losing battle this whole entire time. Um, and it's okay. Like I've learned to deal with it because it's like I can still play this game on the back burner and still do some streams and stuff like that here and there, which is one of the reasons why you haven't seen a lot of uh, streams for this. Is just for the simple fact that I was just kind of really tired of just streaming and only getting like 15 to 20 people in. Uh, and what we call that is like channels is getting this really becoming dead, and that's like the last thing that I really want to do is to have my channel that I've had for 8 years just die because of me. Not it's not even like I'm not even gonna blame anyone else. It's just because of me. I'm not going to like I said I've learned to let it go. I've learned to grow and just be like it's me. You know, I'm the problem. I'm just maybe I'm just getting lazier on streams. Uh, I don't think I'm getting lazier on making videos. I've actually been back into making videos a lot and really enjoying editing videos and just having a good time while I'm editing those videos. Like I missed doing that, and that put me in a very good spot for a very long time. when I started coming back in for like a couple of weeks and stuff like that. I'm calling it a very long time because for the couple of weeks of me doing it, it was just it felt like I hadn't done this in like years. And it just felt so good that I was just doing it every day. And sometimes I was putting up 2 videos a day and stuff like that. Like I was doing that and it felt good. It felt good being able to come back and start editing videos, even summon videos, man. I think there's one summon video. The I think it was oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I think it was the summons for Merge Masu. That was great. I loved editing that video. Uh, Talking about the anniversary and stuff like I loved editing those videos. Preparing myself for global players and stuff like that. I love watching that when we're talking about the Beast Gohan stuff or just in general, just saving and skipping. Like I love coming back and actually editing all of them videos and just having a good time doing that. And I feel like that's where I need to get back into is uh, just having fun with it again instead of treating it more as a business and just getting depressed because the business was kind of flopping. And it takes a lot for me to say this about my channel dying and stuff. And it's like I'm not gonna sit here and be like, it's you guys not hitting the like button, it's you guys not doing this. Now it's me sometimes. So sometimes I don't come with the same energy. Um, some days I'm in and I'm just like, bro, I really don't even want to talk about this stuff right now, and I don't. Sometimes I miss live streams for Dokkan Battle, and I'm just like, whatever, like it is what it is. Like it zaps. Like again, it does zap my energy to know that if I make a video or a stream and I'm just no, I'm not gonna. It's gonna do peanuts. Like it sucks. But a lot of those times I've caught these videos where I would be talking for a little bit and then bam out of nowhere, it would be, oh, your video just stopped getting views. And I started to realize like, okay, that's not normal. Like that's not normal for a video to get shut off, especially with no monetization sort of infringements or anything along the lines of that. And it did like it's still something I'm kind of sort of battling, but at the same time, I do know that pack opening is like something that I truly, truly love doing. And I know that if there's something that I can do to get in the algorithm somewhere else and not be so buried in Dokkan, because again, I am buried in Dokkan, but that just comes from being removed from the algorithms and then trying to get back in the algorithms and not having that crazy, like, that love back. And I know I went on a little bit of a tangent for a second, but just honestly talking about everything that I've been talking about, uh, getting back to the focal point of letting things go. Um, the biggest thing that I don't think I let go in the community that I held a grudge for so long uh, was it was when I got hacked. I think that was my point. No, for I know for a fact that was my point when I started to not love the community as much. Like I started to not love this community as much, and it really put into perspective that I know that I'm not gonna be like that dude in the community. Um, just for the simple fact that after, like, when I got hacked, uh, I really didn't have any support from anybody. And again, if there is somebody out there, a smaller content creator or something like that, that did say something, like the only people that I really talked to was like Demonty and I think that was it while I was actually getting hacked, if I'm not mistaken. But Demonty, talked to him when he was getting hacked too, and then after that, like we really didn't have any contact anymore. But the whole time I was hacked, um, I got to see my worth in the community, and it wasn't a lot. It wasn't a lot of worth in the community. Like it hurt my ego. I think the most, and I never said this ever, so this is the first time I'm actually ever saying that. But it did. Man, it shattered. I think it shattered my ego to the point where I was just so hurt that I could never forgive like anybody in the community, even though the reason why I was just hurt was just like no one, and I mean like no other content creator was like really talking and about me being hacked or like trying to help me out or anything along the lines of like none of them. And I tried to, you know, get to people and talk to them and stuff like that, and all it got ghosted for everything. And I was so hurt that I held grudges from those people. And it's now that I'm like I was in the wrong for that. Like I was truly 100% in the wrong for that, for thinking that someone owed me uh the time and day to talk about me and talk about my problem that I was having, that it wasn't their problem. Uh that that is what that is what I needed to let go the most, was those grudges, because of that. And none of those people, and whether they're watching this or not, none of those people owed me a damn thing. Not one thing. And I acted like they did. And that's what I needed to let go. So my apology to the community is that I feel like I acted like an asshole. And yeah, I mean, I really did. I feel like I acted like an asshole from it because I was always so bitter about it. And every time I even talked about it, like I could go back and look at some of those videos, and when I seen him, I was like, damn, I really was bitter. Like I was really bitter about it. And now learning to just let that shit go is probably the best thing that I've felt in a very long time. Like actually the like literally the day I let that go, uh it just felt like all that weight was just off my chest and off my shoulders, and I could just stand up right again. Like that's what it felt like. And it cleared my head a lot, and I'm so glad that I had that dream, because I know I still probably would have held that grudge for people if I hadn't had that dream. And I'd like to say I'm sorry to the Dokkan community, because I've made a lot of videos in this community, and I've made few videos where I've sat down and now it just felt like I was whining. Going back and just watching all those videos just felt like I was whining and complaining. When at the time I didn't feel like I was whining and complaining, but now that I'm older and more wiser, and I've learned to just let it go, it really did. It really felt like I was just whining to the community. So I would like to say again, I'm sorry that you had to deal with that, that you had to deal with uh, a person that was on the internet is that was extremely hurt for a long time and was trying to hide the pain by just continuing to keep going and going and going. So my apologies um, to you guys, and I promise to be better. I promise to be better.